Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Ommy. I'm a sports fan who always said, if I never played a sport professionally, then I want to talk about it. I'm born and raised in New York City. Played organized basketball for several well-known teams in the mid-'70s and the early '80s, such as the legendary Home Cold Rucker Tournament, Melbank, Stone Gym and Riverside Church, LaGuardia House, and my all-time favorite, Each One Teach One. Having sports in my life at an early age always kept me out of trouble. If I wasn't playing basketball, I was either playing football or baseball. Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Ommy, where my opinions, views, and facts will cover the hottest, the latest, and the past sports events. Welcome once again. I want to continue to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my podcast, and if this is the first time you're viewing it, please do the same. Now, as always, before I even get into today's topic, I must talk about two hottest topics. First topic is, I'm talking about the National Basketball Association being ran very poorly. We're talking about the NBA, okay? From load management to players, star players at that, demanding trades. Also, the officiating is just horrible. Listen, Commissioner, I'm talking to you, Adam Silver. If you don't tighten this up in the next bargaining agreement that's coming up, then please step down. Please step down, let somebody else run it, because it ain't being ran correctly. And that's all I got to say on that subject. The second hottest topic is, we're talking about the NFL Conference Championship 2023. Now, in my last show, I just mentioned to you guys, please put your comments on who you thought was going to win and go into the Super Bowl in my YouTube, Twitter, and my Instagram. So I got several responses that I must read. Here we are. We got a Tim A. Tim A. He says the Eagles in the Kansas City. Tim was 2-0. We got a Keith M. Keith said Philly and KC. He was 2-0. Then we had a Mike C. who said the Eagles and the Bengals. He was 1-for-1. Then we got a Johnny M. Johnny M says 49ers and the Bengals. He was 0-2. 49ers and the Bengals didn't move on. Then we got the Dewey Does founder. He said Philly and the Bengals. 1-1. Then we got Big Mo. Big Mo said 49ers and the KC. 1-1. Jerry H., he said Philly and the Bengals. 1-1. Malcolm A., he said Philly and KC. He was 2-0. Then we got a Chase M. who said 49ers and KC. He was 1-1. And then to top it off, we got a David R. who said Philly and the Bengals, who was 1-1. Me personally, man, listen, I was 0-2, and I'm going to explain why I was 0-2. Listen, Brock Purdy, the quarterback for the 49ers, he got hurt first quarter. Everybody who saw the game, he got hurt first quarter by the pass rush. And the pass rush did what it's supposed to do. Hit that arm, stop that arm from throwing. Well, it hit a nerve, messed him up. Took all the air out of the 49ers. It just took all the air. That number one defense just went down the drain. And then on the other team, we talking about those Bengals. I really thought that the defensive coordinator for the Bengals was going to really blitz. He had the chance to blitz Mahomes every other play, knowing that Juju Smith and the other receivers was down. The only one he only had Kelsey and his other main receiver. He only had two receivers to throw to. So there was no need to just send your four. You should have sent the extra or maybe two to blitz Mahomes. Listen, you know he couldn't run with the high ankle sprain. He was hopping out there third and fourth quarter. I'm waiting, thinking that the blitz is going to come, but it never really came. They got to him a few times, but not enough. And I thought that was the reason why both teams lost. So I want to thank everyone for their responses, especially for the ones that I didn't get a chance to read. Hey, sports fans, this is Ommy from Straight from the Basement here to let you know that I'm down with the Dewey Does Foundation. Remember your childhood days when you were playing outside all day until the lights came on. Remember when you knew your child was in the house too much and you had to find an activity for them. This is where the Dewey Does Foundation comes in. Dewey Does Foundation was established since 2006. The foundation fundraises to fight childhood obesity. Every purchase helps support youth sports, fitness, and health. Order your Dewey Does novelty t-shirt today at deweydoes.com, an affiliation of the Dewey Does Corporation since 1999. Now back to the show. So, I want to get into today's topic. It's very simple. We're talking about the Super Bowl 2023. And I'm jumping right on in. Just like the last two shows, I'm jumping right on in with my opinions, views, and facts on who I believe is going to win Super Bowl 52. And it goes a little something like this. We got the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, stage is set. The stage is set. You know, we got the number two. We got the number two. Because I've still got the number one in my head with the 49ers, and I'm not upset. I just thought 49ers was going to move on with that number one defense. Well, we got the number two defense with the Eagles going against the Air Show and the Chiefs. Now, my decision. Soon as that Philly game was over, my decision, it wasn't a really hard decision to make, but I'm going to break it down anyway. And here's why. The Chiefs, with Mahomes on down to his elite wide receivers, they not healthy. Now, I know they got 2 weeks to recover, right? But you know, it's going to be tested when the game, 2 weeks from now, it's going to be tested. That high ankle going to be tested. Juju's, his injury is going to be tested. It's going to be tested. But they got 2 weeks to recover. So that's the good news, okay? Then you got the tight end in Kelsey. You already know he's ready. I mean, you know, Kelsey's ready. He's healthy. He's ready, right? And then you got the mastermind with the offensive players, the play caller. He's a master. We talking about Coach Reed. Listen, he's going to dial up, you know, every street play, backyard play. He going to dial it up because he know he got to dial it up, all right? And you got Chris Jones, the sack maker. Listen, he's coming hard, and he's going to come hard for Jalen Hurts. And so, Jalen, you just be ready, my man, because I know you got the burners, and I know you can run. But Jones is coming. Trust me on that. Now, on the other side of the ball, we talking about those Eagles. Across the board, they healthy. Across the board, they are healthy. Jalen Hurts is going to hurt the Chiefs in two phases, with his arm and his running. Because you know once you start running, then it's on, okay? They got the number one offensive line holding Jalen Hurts down. They've been the number one offensive line all year. The running game with Sanders and company, it's just physical. I mean, I don't think the Chiefs by the late third is going to be able to stop it. I just don't think so. With the elite receivers, with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, that's going to be a handful. Listen, Coach Nick Sirianni, this guy's cocky. Listen, he's a cocky decision maker as a coach. I mean, if he got you down by 30, he's looking, and he got about a good 7 or 8 minutes left in the fourth, and he's up by 30, he's still trying to put more points on the board. He has no respect. He's going to, listen, you already know where I'm going at. I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning Super Bowl 52. It's period. Nothing else to say. I could be wrong. But I don't think so. So, Sports fans, I just gave you my quick opinion, my views and my facts on who I believe is going to win Super Bowl 52. I need to hear from y'all in my YouTube, my Twitter, and my Instagram who you believe out of the Eagles and the Chiefs in this Super Bowl 52, who you believe is going to win it. And you don't even have to tell me why. You don't have to explain why. I want to read several of your responses on my next show. So please throw it in. Please throw it in. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me in my basement. To my viewers and listeners, please continue to check me out on YouTube and subscribe. Check me out on the streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, and soon on Amazon. We're still working on Amazon. Also, please remember to check out the Dewey Does Foundation that is fighting childhood obesity, which helps support youth sports, fitness, and health at DeweyDoes.com. Plus, check out the Even Flow Coffee Company, created to combine the interests of coffee lovers, fashion, and music. For more information or to make a purchase, visit evenflowcoffee.com. As I always say, sports is what keeps this world from going insane, either in the pandemic or no pandemic. Until next time, take care.